Good morning. I think let's see, it's Tuesday, December the 6th. And so I'm going to do a little tip and show you something that's on the December deals, which it is a punch. And so this one missed a release. And so they've got fairly good quantities of this. So if you are interested in getting one of those, I would go ahead and do it as quick as possible. But I wanted to go ahead and be sure that you were do a little tip. I'm going to show you a couple little products and see how this goes. But anyway, let me change my camera. But excuse me. First of all, my name is Connie Skaggs, and I am an independent advisor for Creative Memories from right outside of Charleston, South Carolina. And so you can see my website and things are in my description. And so I will post this on my YouTube channel and to my group. So I have a private group also of customers. And so I appreciate it very much. But if you do not have a creative memory advisor, I would love to be that person for you. If you have been an advisor before, or you want to re-sign up again, instead of signing up just under home office, it's kind of neat to have a camaraderie of upline and friends that work with you. And so I would be glad to do that also. Don't want to take you from anyone else. You stay with the people that you're with. But if something is not working out, let me know, and I would appreciate it very much. I usually have my little, information in the in my description. So just contact me from my website, and you can email me through there too. Also, I appreciate it very much. But let's change our camera, and so this is the punch, and it's called the Rainbow Ripple, and it's a fairly large punch as far as that goes. This is how it punches out, and this one is I think I've done this one at 1 3/4. It's got a little bit wider border on it than what I have on this one down here. And so this is with our new Kelly Green. And so anyway, just wanted to I'm going to show you a tip on this. And so there's a lot of ways you can do this. I've done this kind of random, although it doesn't look as random now after I see it. I feel like I've done that like in every other one, but these down here I've done very randomly. And so this is saving the stuff. And so I use this piece of paper, which is from our winter tonal, totally tonal paper. It's a $5 pack of paper. It's, everything's got two sides. And so this is kind of in this teal wintry. Now this cardstock, this is our newest cardstock, one of our newest colors, called Island Waters. But I'm thinking that I might want to do this on white today. And so let me see if I've got a piece here handy, which I don't seem to have. And so I will grab me a piece of white. Just think it'll make some of that pop a little bit. So might show up pretty good because it's got the light and the dark on it, and then it's got white in this background. So I'll just have that aside. But first thing I'll do would be punch this. And of course, these punches are made, and they have this little line at the top. I can never find sometimes my tools that I have around. I have moved some things around, so now I've come off of an open house, so everything's not in a place where it normally is. I think I put it in the drawer. So I like to have my multi-purpose tool just so I can use it as a guide. But anyway, on here, this has got a little black line on this side and this side. And on these type punches, that's where you'd want to start it in order for it to match this front the way it is. And so you'd put your paper in there and you punch it. And then down here, let me get my lighting right. And then down here, they've got this little notch. And so when you push your paper all the way up against this, and then you slide it over, you're going to match up this arch here. But if you match it with that little arrow dot right there, that makes sure that it's going to match up all the way across. So let's go ahead and so I'm going to put this in, and I have a tendency to go from right to left, I guess. But I push this all the way up against here, and I've got this lined up down here with that little black line. And so you want to hold it in place. And so then you just punch. And so then when I move it over, you've got this little notch here. And so as soon as I match up that notch and make sure this is pushed up all the way, then all those blue lines are filled. And so that way I know that it's going to match up all the way across. It'll be a continuous cut, in other words, to match the colors. So, and this one's a very, it's, and I'm doing it in regular paper, and so it makes it a more fragile punch. And so that little piece I can throw away. Now, keep your little scraps, because this is what we're going to use to do the inside, you know, those insides of those and stuff. So I've got this, and I'm going to use our personal, 12-inch trimmer. And, excuse me. And where I want to cut this is at 1.5. Now I'm doing it on the inside here. Excuse me again. But you can go either side. I just have a tendency to always go inside if I can. And so I've lined it up at the 1.5 inch. And this will give me a little cut. And it's just enough. And so there is my first cut on the border. Okay. So now I'm going to do, I need a piece of cardstock to build on, and it's at 1 3/4. And so I can go either side. So it'd be 1.5, 1 3/4. So that's all I need the trimmer for. But I love our 12-inch trimmer. It's so nice to use. And so then we're going to want to center this on top of here. And so I've got a little piece of, and you can use like, leftover from our sticker sheet, because that's kind of quick and easy to use. And, I just thought the variegated looks good, but, you could do this on this side. When we do that, and then it'll just be a different look. And so I'm going to use my repositional tape, but it's very fragile. So you just need a little bit here or there, and you just can't, run it down through there willy-nilly, in other words, because it is fairly, what do I want to say? Fragile. So then I'm just centering the top and the bottom on this border. And so that in itself is a lovely border right by itself. Okay, now in order to do these, I can do every other one, but on these bigger ones, I'm just going to use a little bit of the repositional tape, and I'm going to actually put it inside that before I put these on. So let's do this first one, second one. Well, let's just go ahead and do every other one, and that'll be fine. So then you kind of go through here and you pick out these other little pieces, and let's just slip them inside those holes. And of course, these are variegated. So, they've got the pattern on them, and they went from light to dark. So we'll see what we have here. And so this makes it, you know, kind of nice to see how these work together. And I'm not being able to pick that one up. I should use my multi-purpose tool. That's what it's for. Now the newer multi-purpose tools is this new lighter color blue. So I just can't find mine right at the moment. So that's the reason I have these other ones laying around too. Now these little hooks here, or the little now the little bitty pieces, you could probably do them with your multi-purpose repositional tape. But these little arches are harder to do. And we have what we call a precision point glue pen. And the ink is in here. It is a hard point. And so this part here is kind of squeezy, so you can get it started. And all you need is just a few little dots here. But it's too random to, I mean, it's just too small to do your repositional tape in those, or you'll have it all over everything. And that's all you need on the, but you've got, the glue pens are fantastic, especially for little smaller pieces and things. Okay, so now we're going to take some of these arches. This one's a little bit darker, so I think I'll use him right here. And see how cute that is to put that one in there. And so I'm just kind of leveling them around there, because as soon as you put them down, they're gonna stick. So we just are randomly. I've done the same thing. I've done like in every other one. A whole, and you could do them all. You could do it in the different colors. That would look cute too. So kind of done every other one. And the glue stays, you know, wet or a little bit adhesive for a few minutes. So now there's that. But let's say that we do this little corner here. Well, I'm just going to have to do that with this too. Little dot of glue, and I'm going to do these in between these ones that don't have the arch done. And we'll see how many of those. Now there's a little half piece here someplace, but I don't know that it'll be the right size, right position. So we'll go ahead and do these others first. I'll show you what we can do on that last one. It's kind of neat to just see how these end up working out. Well, that one's just wanting to go crooked. And I got this from one of my upline, and so she had me demo last night on a meeting, and I thought it was perfect for my little quick YouTube today. Didn't do one last week. It was just a busy week, and so anyway. Now this little last one here. Place him in. Now this is kind of only a half a circle that, or it's on the end, but you know what you can do is our little micro tip scissors, which are great. And so this little piece that's hanging off, we just end up, wait a minute. And so now that is our border. So we've got a nice colorful border, pops out, used in some of the scraps. You don't have to save all those scraps, but before you just go and throw them away, when you've used them, especially on our 2-color, designer paper, that's the neatest thing, because that's when it's the prettiest. Now, like I say, this is on our December deals on our website. It's $28.50, the same as our normal punches are. And if you want to contact me and let me know that you want one of these, I will get one. I only got an extra one and I sold it at my open house. And so but it's called the Rainbow Ripple, and I can try to get one ordered in. So anyway, just wanted to see this tool. It's a new one. Remember our adhesive. I usually always have our adhesive pins. Our micro tip scissors are so useful for these little things. And of course, our repositional tape. These are some basic tools that we have, and I use them all the time on all my projects. And of course, a multi-purpose pen or tool, which, like I said, I still don't see where mine is. And so I usually have it laying out here on my table, and I don't have it in my little fudge. So I will have to find that one because it's just not where it needs to be. But I have been in and out using things. Oh, I remember now. I think it might be in my little box that I had for open house. So let me take and go back to my camera. And so we hope that you enjoyed this today. And it just is a really quick tip showing you a new tool. And so a new punch, and I appreciate it. But all the other little things, like your glue pen, I mean, you or your scissors, you talk about something that's excellent for stocking stuffer, repositional tape, a multi-purpose tool pen. Those things help you out with all your little projects. So those are some nice stocking stuffers. And, Christmas is around the corner. So I'll be glad to service you in any way that I can as far as your creative memory scrapbooking supplies. So again, this is Connie Skaggs from Ladson, South Carolina. And I hope that you have a wonderful week and enjoy yourself. And don't let the holidays stress you out. Just enjoy yourself, enjoy your family, and, have a good time. Okay. And be sure to take some pictures. You want to be doing that too. So I appreciate it. Thank you very much.